Just little bit for the waste of time. Looks like you showed up right on time. I've had a hard day at work and so I think it's about time for a drinking show.
Hi, how you guys doing? Welcome to another episode of the Video Cookbook, where we're going to once again help ease the transition from your long day at work into your short evening at home. I, of course, am your host, the GLK. Today, we're doing something special. We're going to be doing an all-American episode because, well, around here we're all pretty cheery that the election's finally over and that we don't have to watch the smear campaigns between Machado and Podesta anymore. Those of you who have been hurt by the campaigning can probably go back to his store here in Stockton and buy sandwiches again. But go over to Rest here and see what we're going to make for you today.
Well, once again, we're at it again, people. As American as pizza. Well, isn't pizza Italian?
Italian American.
Italian American, okay. Well, put the piece back down. Well, today, on the Video Cookbook, we're going to take you Americans out there and give you a little bit of a salute to Iraq. Going with the American flag. And it, wait a minute. How can we have the American flag first if Betsy Ross is next? That has to be backwards, right?
It's a precursor.
Okay, it's a precursor. Okay, whatever. Then, for all you Betsy Ross fans who love sewing, we're going to make a Betsy Ross for you. And then, after that, we're going to get really celebrity here and give you a Liberty Bell champagne for all you James Bond type of... Well, that's wrong. It's wrong. James Bond is not. He's English. Screw that. All you hicks out there, we're going to give you some champagne. You Americans. So let's make some drinks.
Okay, thank you, Rest.
What was that?
I'm not sure. We guess we know that the pizza's Italian.
It's good too.
Yeah, champagne's French, but we're still doing the all-American today here on the Video Cookbook. If it makes you any better, Rest, the pizza was invented by Americans. Just has sauce, so they think it's Italian. It's like the fortune cookie. So anyway, we're going to start things off today with the American flag, which is a Pousse Cafe. Hopefully it'll work better than the Galliano hot shot we made last time.
The not so hot shot.
Yeah, it wasn't so hot. But what goes into an American flag is about 3 or 4 spools of thread intertwined until they make a pattern. You need A, 3/4 of an ounce of grenadine, B, 3/4 of an ounce of white creme de cacao, cocoa, and C, 3/4 of an ounce of blue curacao. Curacao. No? Okay, anyway.
I don't know.
Let's get things started here. Now, this is a layered drink, so you want to get yourself a layered glass of sorts. We're going to use a champagne flute that we're actually going to be using later on today, and it'll probably work out just fine. First things first, you want to get your measuring utensil and do 3/4 of an ounce of grenadine. Now, grenadine is, like I've always said, not a liqueur. It is just a thick and syrupy sweetener. I'll probably should rinse this out before I try and do the layered drink. So over to the sink. So T, who did you vote for in the election? Machado or Podesta?
I thought that was next week. We already had the election?
Yeah, dude, it was 3 days ago.
Well, then I guess nobody.
Okay, well, you know what? It's kind of funny. I forgot to vote too. But the good news is we can use that to transition into our all-American day here, and we're gonna have and so since you forgot to vote too, you can vote for me or T. Oh yeah, and we'll discuss later on. Jamie will tell you how to
They're obviously gonna vote.
How to do it for bullshit. Yeah.
Why would they vote for you?
I'm the one in the shot. There's a reason for that.
Well, if it wasn't for me, the show would look a lot like this.
Yeah, well, you'd still hear my voice talking about how I'm for puppy dogs, cute chicks, and low prices. And T is for freeloading, being lazy, and cable programs that nobody likes.
No, well, I'm not responsible for
Yeah. God, I'm gonna have to edit that, you schmuck. Okay, so back to the drink. 3/4 of an ounce of white creme de cacao, which is, I mean, in theory, this will be red, white, and blue when it's done. And, whew, very chocolatey. So, get your bar spoon out and layer it. Pour it over the back of the bar spoon slowly.
Get your bar spoon out. You get your bar spoon in.
What do you think? Think this is gonna work this time?
It's kind of layering.
Oh,
I say that every time.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. It's kind of layering.
Kind of orange.
Yeah.
Not really white.
Not really white. We'll see what the blue does. 3/4 of an ounce
Makes it not really blue.
of blue Curaçao. Okay, get your spoon out again and pour it over the back of that.
So it's really just sort of blue, orange, and red.
Yeah.
No, that's sort of layering.
Oh, I screwed this one up, I think. Well, anyhow. Huh. What? Wow. You can see like it layering in pockets. It's like layered up here a little bit and some down here.
Bring it on over here.
And can you tell? Can you see it? Like layering in sections?
Yeah.
That's real weird. Anyway, if I hadn't screwed this up, it would actually be red, whitish, orangish, blue-greenish, and then blue. So anyway, there you go. Red, white, and blue. There's your Pousse Cafe.
Is it any good?
Woo! Yes, it is surprisingly good. It tastes like
An American flag?
Res, can you get the American flag out so we can try it out? Nah, never mind. Oh God, you can. What does your shirt taste like, Res?
My shirt tastes like?
We're trying to compare the American flag to your shirt. Yeah, it tastes like one of those Christmas orange balls that you get, the chocolate orange balls. And that's an American flag. A family favorite. But we're going to take a short break for some smear campaigning. And when we come back, we're making Betsy Ross, who made the American flag. Yeah, I think Russ is right. We should have done that one first, huh? But stay tuned.
You may not know this, but there's a new initiative on the ballot that could change America's favorite pastime forever. If passed, this initiative would force every baseball league in America to change from its normal baseballs to a more tennis-like softball. What's worse, the person who pens this initiative wants to represent you in Washington. It's the GLK.
Help keep your balls hard. Vote for me, TG.
Paid for by the committee to elect TG.
Okay, so now's your chance to get off your ass and vote. Who would you send to Washington? The GLK or TG? Cast your vote now, and results will be available at the end of the show.
Okay, so we're back on the VO Cookbook, where the GLK is for Truth, Justice, and the American Way.
Say something. You want to say something.
If I'm elected, every place on the planet will have to deliver their food by law. Because what's more American than sitting on your ass and having a box of pizza come right to your doorstep? Oh, TG, 30 seconds.
I'll get mine in my segment.
Okay. Okay, so next on the video cookbook, we're going to be making Betsy Ross. Betsy Ross, of course, is the is the woman who sewed the first American flag. So this is quite a interesting distinction to as an homage to her to make some booze. So what goes into a Betsy Ross is A, 3 ounces of brandy, B, 1 ounce of ruby port, C, 1/2 ounce of Curacao, and since it's going to be a dark drink, we're just going to use the blue Curacao we're using already. And D, a dash of bitters. Now, let's get started here. Get your shaker to the freezer for ice.
Hey, Kay?
What?
Why is there a candle in the freezer?
Oh, the light burnt out, so I'm just trying to see. Oh, here we go. Okay, fill up your shaker. Now, I don't recommend you actually putting the candle into your freezer because your light burnt out. You never know, you may come home one day and find your peas cooking on your floor. So let's get started here. First things first, we're going to need 3 ounces of brandy. 3 ounces. Do I have 3 ounces on this? No, it was 2.5. God damn it. Oh my goodness, this is going to be it. Oh jeez. Another 1/2 ounce.
Brandy.
Yeah. Moesha. Next up, 1 ounce of a ruby port. Now, ruby port is essentially the crappy leftover port after you make the tawny port and the other port. I think it's something like that. That's not good port. Okay, 1/2 ounce of blue Curacao, which may actually not have been as good an idea as I originally had anticipated because it's going to be very blue. And then your dash of the bitters. Shake it up. If I'm voted, and if I win the election, there'll be a shaker, 2 shakers in every household, right along with the 2 cars in every garage.
Well, if I'm elected, everybody's going to have 9 kegs.
I'll vote for tea. Alright, okay, get yourself a kitchen glass and fill it with ice. Nine kegs, is that going to be a part of your budget proposal for the fiscal year of 2005?
I'm not paying for them, I'm just endorsing them.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, the blue. Wow. That was a bad idea. Okay, you want to use white Curacao when you make this?
But this is the All-American episode.
Yeah, yeah, because it's an American tradition that sometimes you get what you got, much like with this show.
How's it taste?
Wow, it's stiff as gosh. Oh, oh,
Just like Betsy Ross.
man, yeah.
That's what Bessie Ross likes.
And I bet you after a couple of these that old bird would be hotter than mother. Oh, this episode is totally going the wrong way.
Can I give it a whack?
Oh. Let me tell you, this is my time in the light. You get your turn. Oh. Yeah, it's good, huh? Don't spit it back in the cup.
You just lost a vote. You can't handle it.
Yeah.
Have you tasted this?
Vote for the GLK. TG.
If I'm elected,
TG doesn't
stuff like this will not exist. Instead, everybody will get a parrot. Because people like parrots. Quit touching me! I'm not a human fondler like this guy.
Just remember, a vote for TG is a vote against Betsy Ross. How American are you? So we're gonna take another
You drunk bastard.
short break, and when we come back, T's Beer Corner.
And now it's time to review excellent beer, or not so excellent beer. He doesn't really know, but here he is, the guy you don't want in Washington, TG.
Hey! I'm T, and welcome to my beer corner. And in honor of it being the All-American episode, we're gonna do something all-American. You know, unlike those people that are very un-American, like Kay, who was actually born in a cave. If you live in a cave for that long, you don't know much about America at all. He didn't read books, and he didn't go to school. Alright, he did go to school, but cave school is very different than regular school. Today's beer is Coors. Coors Original. This is American as it gets. It wasn't made in a cave either. Cave's bad. This is pretty bad too, but we'll see.
Wow, the original beer next to the original bullshit.
Ah! Original cave dweller!
How is it, T?
Well, it's brewed in Golden, Colorado with all natural ingredients and pure Rocky Mountain water. It's just water that may have came from a cave. That's why this, being all-American, I guess since it's All-American Day, I gotta give it at least a 3. But since I'm being generous today because you want to vote for me, I'm giving it 3.5. So all you Coors drinkers out there, yeah, vote for T.
Vote for T!
And we're gonna go to a commercial, and when we come back, what are you doing? Hey, you biased bastard! When we come back, see, this is how Kay likes to crawl around in his cave. When we come back, we're gonna make a Liberty Blue champagne.
The following is a paid commercial for the people to elect the GLK.
Last year alone, over 4 million people purchased beer, based solely on the recommendations of one man, TG. What you didn't know is that TG knows absolutely nothing about beer.
It's got Cheerios in it.
What's worse, TG openly does not care anything about beer or beer manufacturers.
Since 1867, the Olin family has maintained a proud brewing blah blah blah.
TG's greed is legendary.
You got a whole box for me. Let's see what we got here.
If elected, he will make sure that your tax dollars go towards one end, lining his pockets. What's even worse is that it is suspected that TG is an alien.
Oh, so minion. So really? Oh, det kan man someone on all that.
And now, a recorded statement made by TG's own campaign manager earlier this year.
Hell no, I wouldn't vote for him. The only reason I backed him at all is because I know he's done enough to control from behind the scenes once he's in power.
And now, what TG really thinks about beer. And again. Your choice is clear. Vote for the GLK. He's in color, so he must be better.
Paid for by the committee to elect the GLK.
Okay, so we're back on the video. What the? Okay, a vote for TG is a vote for people who can't clean up after themselves. And that crap about me living in a cave, that was all lies. I only spent a week in there because I got snowed in. Just because I was 2 at the time doesn't mean I grew up in a cave. So we're
I thought
opening.
it was because you were too drunk to find your truck.
That could be true too. So anyway, getting the champagne ready for the Liberty Blue champagne cocktail, which actually sounds like it's going to be pretty good. Now, like I've said in the past, while opening champagne, don't go spewing off into somebody's face. Keep it in your hand. It's easier to clean up afterwards that way anyway. You see what happens? If I had that facing towards the camera, I either would have lost the camera or my enemy.
Okay, supports projectile
Hand over
weapons.
champagne.
And
Yes. Yes, a vote for K is a vote for the right to bear arms.
T likes Coors.
Or
T.
Okay, so hey, Charlton Heston is my president. Okay, so Liberty Blue champagne cocktail. What you're gonna need is A, 1 ounce of vodka, B, a 1/4 ounce of lemon juice, C, a dash of Grand Marnier, which I thought we had Grand Marnier, we don't. We have Cointreau, which is essentially the same thing. So we're gonna use that. It's just only a dash, who cares? And a vote for TG is a vote for obscenity all over the world.
No, that was me getting the votes for the Beltries United around the world.
I thought you were the only member. You can't vote for yourself.
I can't be united with myself.
And D, 1 dash of Blue Curaçao. Oh, and E, A vote for T is a vote for f***ing me up when I'm trying to do the list. E, champagne. Today we're using, because Rest said it was all American, we're using a California champagne, which isn't actually champagne, it's actually sparkling wine, but it is secondarily fermented. Okay, so to the drink. Let's start things off from the beginning. We're gonna get out your vodka. Now a vote for TG is a vote for this bottle of vodka right here.
It's all dirty.
Yeah, well, I didn't say you.
Yeah, well, look at this. Look at this. You don't even use American ingredients. Voting for K supports importing of other countries' products.
You mean like vodka, which is a Russian product? Or champagne, which is not Californian? Yeah, it's kind of hard to do a all-American episode, 1/4 ounce of lemon juice, of the video cookbook, because, that's brand new. Because
otherwise all our drinks are whiskey.
Yeah, whiskey and bourbon. Of course, that would have eliminated a couple of Scotch episodes. 1/4 ounce of lemon juice, and then you want to put a dash of both the Grand Marnier, or the Contral in this instance, and the Blue Curaçao. This is what's going to give it its cool blue champagne feel.
As it did in every other drink we made today?
Yeah. And then you just want to fill the rest of the champagne flute with champagne.
Nice.
Yeah.
It actually worked too.
Wow, that is cool. Yeah, it's got like a light blue hue to it. It's like pink champagne, only blue.
A vote for K is a vote for people who don't know their colors.
You realize that I just won the votes for the entire colorblind Union of America. Rock on! And I bet most of them are Coors drinkers. So, speaking of which, why don't we go ahead and set this? I'll let you try this. While we look at the end game voting. Now, if you didn't go to thevideocookbook.com during the show and vote, it's too late. And if you did, the show was filmed ahead of time, and you're a moron. And you probably voted for T anyway. But here's the totals.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! I'm ahead.
As you can see, T has quite a strong lead until I go sim sim salam bim and win the election.
Ah, do the power of editing.
Yes. This, of course, has been another fun-filled, exciting episode of the Video Cookbook. But tune in next week where we're going to make some drinks that you're sure to enjoy. And before we close, I'd like to show you Rest's shirt one more time. See you next week.
Why?
Okay, the elections are over, so I can just show you this because it is really, really cool. He called my house. Check this out.
You have 3 old messages. This is Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger calling to ask for your help in electing Mayor Gary Podesta to the state senate. Gary Podesta has proven that he knows how to get things done, and he doesn't let partisanship get in the way. He's a consensus builder who has proven as mayor of Stockton that he knows how to get people to work together to make real change. That's the kind of leader I need in a state senate. So please join me in supporting Mayor Gary Podesta for state senate. We need him. Thank you very much. Saturday, 5:32 a.m.
The Terminator called my house. Jealous. That it will layer better than the Galliano Hot Shot. But what goes into an American flag is a...
We see you, Amethyst. It's okay.
3/4 of... Oh, man.
Dude, she's on the camera, man. She's trying to avoid being in the shot when she's in it.
So go ahead and point it out. Okay. Alright, let's start over.
Hell no, I wouldn't back him. The only reason I back... yeah. Hell no, I wouldn't vote for him. The The only reason why I backed him. Oh, yeah. What's up?
Saturday, 8:20 a.m.
If passed, this initiative would force every baseball league.
Rest, you gonna support me too?
I'll support you.
You know you can only vote once?
This is America, dang it!
Actually, he's exempt from the voting.
Yeah. Employees are eligible. Rest remaining. Cut.
TG and the GLK. The two worst candidates for Washington. TG is angry and abusive.
Get out of my chin. Alright.
The GLK may be mentally handicapped. Whenever he appears on TV, his footage is sped up to make him sound normal.
Okay, so we're back on the video cookbook.
TG, GLK. Do you really know what they stand for? Hans Lomano. He's all there. Paid for by the committee to elect Hans Lomano.